Hello, Namron here. We are doing a quick video. If you saw my last video, you noticed that there was no talking. That was due to no oversight on my end because I was recording after waking up and didn't realize that my mic wasn't fully functional or whatever at the moment. It is now. So, before we were trying to clear this, as you can see now, we have done that 3 times. Our rune level is at 4. We do have some runes where we could purchase more of these Colossus runes, which I'm not going to be purchasing right now. Mainly because we wouldn't get enough of them. We would need 24. It's 7 per, meaning we would have to spend roughly around 160, so we would need double. I don't want to do that exact math right now, honestly. I'm tired. I've been working all week, and I'm going to go over this quickly. Now, some things you can do if you do this weekly, so you can refresh the endless shop. Some people are doing this. Personally, I'm not going to be doing it. I'm not a fan of that. Yes, it may cost 49 Robux, but if you put a weekly cap on something like this, where your literal power is affected this way, this should have that weekly cap rather than being able to pay for it. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised because they sell this sword, which was literally on top of the game for months on end, regardless of how much grinding you did, what swords you had. This sword pretty much always passed the others until somewhat recently. This sword being the new best sword outside of, or pretty much everywhere, because it's free. Although if you get this at 5 stars, it is slightly higher than this one. This one will surpass it in endless. When the first Robux sword came out, at least the one that I am familiar with, because I didn't buy this one, obviously. I didn't buy this either, but this one, I didn't feel as insurmountable at the time. The power difference was minimal. You know, yes, those players were capable of clearing much easier, but it felt like there was a giant gap, like there is now. For players that do not purchase this sword, they will effectively always be behind, no matter what sort of grinding they do, no matter what sort of methods that they do to get stronger. They will never surpass a player that will get this and take it up to 5 stars until, for a little while, they'll be on the same playing field when they get the new endless sword that is supposed to surpass it. But that's 3 worlds away from whenever this new one uploads, which will be probably World 9. Personally, I do not like this update myself. Reason being is, when I did this before I came in here, I can't show that now because, well, I'm already well beyond that. I have completed normal and hard, thanks to a friend. I'll show you here how quickly I am capable of killing this boss now. Boss is dead. 7 seconds. We can't claim this because we already did our 3 weekly and we are not refreshing the shop. Why the refreshing the shop resets the chest, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I'm honestly surprised that it added a whole new key system to this. To be honest. But as you can see, that's how quickly we can finish that boss on hard. Now, if we go to Nightmare, if you saw that hard mode took me 7 seconds. 7 seconds by myself. We go to Nightmare, because we're not refreshing the shop. Look at the difference in this power here. If we want to compete at all, we have to get this Rune leveled up by refreshing the shop. Like, really? Look at that. Now, he's gonna regen all that health right back. So what's the point? What is the goddamn point? Of course, if you get your rune to whatever, level 9, level 10, I have no idea. You'll be doing who knows how much damage. I have no idea what sort of damage these guys are doing. I went from doing around 10 million outside of Endless to now 12 and a half. So these players who are refreshing the shop, they must be going ridiculous high at damage wise. And just continuously refreshing it. Because Robux, I have no problem with spending money in games like this. Obviously, I spent money. I've bought every single Robux pass, whatever, game pass. I've spent a total of 31,000 Robux on this game. Yeah, that's quite a bit. And most of it is because of YouTube. A lot of it was for this, or not this sword, this sword. Which, it was for YouTube, basically. But then there are players that are just way up there. Darefox, shout out to Darefox, he's an awesome guy. This isn't anything against him spending money either. But there needs to be some sort of balance between a player that doesn't spend money, but puts in the work, actually works hard to grind levels, rebirths. Some of these people, maybe the ones down here, are going to be maybe free to play, maybe low spenders. Top 50 best hit. Well, this one, anyone on here is going to be a huge spender, and now it's going to be even more ridiculous. Soon, playtime. Well, you don't spend money to be on playtime, other than your electric bill. Basically, what I'm saying here, this update, instead of adding content that would help free-to-play players, I mean, yes, it'll help free-to-play players in a small amount, but it's not going to help level the playing field. It's not going to enable free-to-play players to be able to catch up to any pay-to-win players. Only way to catch up is to put in months and months and months of grinding for literally nothing. For literally nothing, people are effectively putting in so much time for these leaderboards that do literally nothing. There's no sort of rewards for this, for any of these leaderboards. We just have dancing avatars for whatever goddamn reason. We have this shop here, which I have refreshed this shop. I have refreshed this up for skill points. There's a reason why I have as many skill points as I do. I have 50 right here. I have 50 here. 34 here. But refreshing this shop is going to go and affect this. Why? It's going to make it to where you can open more of these. Why? Why? So people can spend more Robux, 49 at a goddamn time, so that way they can go in here and get a digital goddamn currency to go and slap this boss around for a leaderboard that does literally goddamn nothing. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. Honestly, I'm likely not going to be doing more Sword Warriors content unless it is some things are changed. We aren't even fighting this thing now. Look at this. It's only because of the rune level. And initially, I'm back on a rant now. Initially, I praised the fact that they wanted to put a challenge in. Although you couldn't hear that because of my microphone. And that video is also private now because of the microphone. And we're uploading this instead. They effectively just put in another method of spending more money. Spend more money, get stronger by spending more money. That's it. So yeah, I am done with Sword Warriors. Unless things change and it actually involves some form of skill, some sort of brain method or brain power, other than swiping your mother's credit card, your father's credit card, your credit card, whatever the goddamn thing is for this game. Because this game has no skill whatsoever. Bye now.